So just spotted this piece of quality furniture for less than 200 bucks. Here it is right here. Now I know a lot about the designer Paul McCobb, and you can never find his items for less than 200 bucks. And here we go. These are crazy unique, and for only 68 bucks. Are you fascinated with mid-century modern furniture and don't want to break the bank? As you can see now, I am chilling in one of the coolest, most epic stores in my area, looking for mid-century modern furniture that doesn't kill my wallet. So for today's challenge, I'm going to set a budget at 200 bucks, and let's see if we can find some cool items for less than 200 bucks. So without further ado, let's go. Now, for those who are wondering, I'm in this place called Antique Factory. I call this the Museum of Mid-Century Modern Wonder because it has a lot of mid-century modern items that are pretty much museum grade quality. So let's see if we can find some items for 200 bucks. Actually, let's see. We're gonna go find some items for less than 200 bucks. I'll show you. And please do me a favor, watch the whole video. I would hate for you to miss out on something. So first stop of the day, I'm stopping in this cool retro booth, and I just spotted this thing at the front. This is a retro light. Seems like it's on sale for 95 bucks. Not sure how vintage it is, but it has that cool stylistic cues. Starting off the day right, but 95 bucks. Don't know if I want to pick that up for sure, but hey, that's a good look. All right, so just came across another item that I'm potentially interested in. This magazine rack, not magazine, but record rack. Like I've been talking about in my previous videos, I'm getting more into like vinyls, records. And so I need something to hold these in my booth, and that looks good. I don't see a price, but let me check on that. And something else really cool. This has the name of my store that I have in my booth in an actual record. You talking about fate? That's just so unique. All right, so plan of attack. Items that you can never go wrong with and that you can find for 200 bucks. Eames lounge chairs, so Herman Miller shell chairs. You can find those pretty cheaply. Good dressers, like that need some work to it, but good name brand dressers. You can usually find those in pretty decent shape for around 200 bucks. Small end tables, matching pairs of tables you can find for 200 bucks. All of these items you can flip for a little bit of profit. So let me look to see if I can find those now, and then we'll go from there. And as I'm speaking of shell chairs, just spotted the top of one right here. Now the top without the base does not bother me. I'm not afraid of that because you're able to find the bases for those pretty cheap, and also it allows you to be creative in what kind of base you want. If you just want a stagnant 4-point base, you can throw that on there. If you want a rocking base, you can throw that on there. You can, like I said, you can find those pretty cheap online. But that one, I think they want 150 bucks, which is pretty good for the top, but less than 200 bucks. That might be a potential pickup. Now, just spotted something else. This right here, this is not a real original Warhol. Because those goes for like millions of dollars, but this right here, this Warhol stylistic print is 55 bucks, which is really good on that. For someone who's interested in getting a blast from the past, a nostalgic piece, but not trying to pay high-end money for that, buy that for 55 bucks. I can probably put $110 price on my booth, but that's really cool. Now this place is unique because it has thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of items in here, but I just want to show you, I wouldn't say the budget friendly, but budget friendly items that you can come walk into the store, buy. You don't have to get, you don't have to haggle too much. You don't have to just lowball people. You can find these items in the store for fairly good prices, and they have that mid-century modern aesthetic. All right, still looking around, and I found another item that you need to be on the lookout for. You can get these for pretty cheap, and they add so much value and so much modern to any home. Modern aesthetic to any home. Mid-century modern aesthetic to any home. And that is mid-century modern lounge chairs, or basically side chairs, or I hate to say like small table chairs, but I'll show you a little bit more about it. So for instance, these chairs right here, there's a set of 2. These are $95 for the pair, which is really good, and they're basically Clifford Pasco. But $95 for 2 chairs. You can put that in like a living room as like side accent chairs, or you can put this in like a bedroom as like a reading nook or whatever. But for $95, that's almost half of the $200 budget, and that looks really well. Now these are in pretty rough condition. It needs to be reupholstered, but hey, a little loving, you can have you some really cool items for less than $200 with that mid-century modern aesthetic. And moving on, some other things to be looking out for. Number 1, these floor-to-ceiling lamps, these like tension mid-century modern lamp poles. This one right here is, sorry, I should have had this ready, $175. You can find these between $125 to $175. They light up your room. They kind of sneak in the back and you don't really notice that they're, but they add a lot of mid-century modern aesthetic for pretty cheap. As I'm looking around, leave a comment down below if you found something for less than $200 that you were amazed by. I want to know some of y'all's finds out there and see, how cool they are. So let me know down in the comments. Now, something that I've done well on is these Warhol chairs. You can find these out in the wild for less than $200. I think they want like $300 here, but if you can find these around $200, you can sell these all day long for like $300 to $350. So be on the lookout for something for these Warhol chairs for $295. They don't have to be original. They can be the style listed cute, same style, but still, if you find those, buy those. You can sell those for about $300. Now, for my art people out there who's looking to save a couple bucks on, museum, not museum quality, but really good, great art, you want to be looking for lithographs, prints like this right here. This has this Joan mural. It's basically a Joan mural print. The same stylistic cues as the original artwork, but for a fraction of the price. This right here, I don't know if you can see, it's $24. Now, an original Joan mural piece is like thousands, something I can't personally afford. But if you want to get that same look, then always look for lithographs, prints. Now, some of you may be like, they're not real, and that's true. But you still get that same stylistic cue for a fraction of the price. And that's what I'm into. Now, to transition over just a little bit, I want to show you something extremely cool. In this piece right here, this is a Henry Dunn side table by Frank Lloyd Wright. Yeah, super cool. Frank Lloyd Wright is probably known as the godfather of architecture. And to find one of his pieces in here, his design pieces in here, it's pretty epic. Now, they know what they have, and it is $2,800, but hey, it's still a cool piece. Now, I just spotted something else right here. That chrome table, they only want $95, and it looks very similar to the Plattner style table. $95 is pretty good. It's modern, it's vintage vibe, and it's a table. So that may be something I'm interested in picking up. So I've taken one look at the store. I like to go through one time, see if things just pop out to me, and then I'm gonna take one final look again and see if I find something else, and then we'll go from there. So I didn't really find anything else, but I did find some cool items for less than that $200 range. I found a lamp, I found a Herman Miller shell chair, I found some additional side table chairs, and some other things that I can just flash in this video for you. But I hope you see that you can come to antique stores and find items that do not break the bank. And if you're interested in seeing me find some epic mid-century modern items at the thrift store that is known to be super cheap. Check this video out right here. And like always, peace.